I'll start by saying I don't like cats. My whole life they've been like my least favorite animal. To me, they're not much fun. You can't play with a cat the same as you would a dog. Like, you can't take a cat outside for a run or a swim or go play fetch or anything like that. And I don't really think that they need owners. They really take care of themselves. The only thing they really need us for is to change out their litter box and open their food. That's it. And lastly, they always kind of creep me out. Something about their eyes and the way they sneak around all quiet. Just never been a fan of cats. So, needless to say, I was none too happy when this neighborhood cat kept showing up to greet me at my front door every morning when I went for a run. I run every morning at 5:30. I like to run at this time of morning because there's no cars, no distractions. And this morning, like the one before, I got up, put on my sweats quietly as to not to wake my parents, went outside, and there he is. Always in the same spot, almost as if he's waiting for me. I walked right past him as usual and just went to the curb to start my stretching. Just as I was beginning to stretch, I hear... I turn around and see the cat sitting directly behind me. See? Creepy. I clapped loudly to get him to go away, but he didn't flinch, just stared at me. I finished my stretches and started to run my normal route. Whew, feeling the chilly air hit my face. I loved it. For me, running was like a spiritual thing between me and nature, not just about exercise. I was running back toward my house when I heard... I looked back without stopping, but I didn't see anything. When I turned back around, I saw something on the sidewalk in front of me. When I got closer, I realized that it was the black cat. It was right in my path. I yelled for it to move, but it didn't budge. As I maneuvered around it, I yelled back, "What is your deal?" I mean, meeting me at my front door was one thing, but this morning this cat was bugging the crap out of me. I sped up a bit when I got closer to my house, and I ran until I got to my mailbox where I stopped to catch my breath. Then, before I could turn around or do anything, a hand came over my mouth. I tried to scream, but it was muffled. I struggled a lot, but whoever this was had a strong grip around me and I couldn't get away. All I could think was, is this really happening right now? Like right here in front of my house? I can literally see in my bedroom window. I felt myself being dragged away. I kept struggling to get free, but I was helpless. Tears began to roll down my cheek as I smelled the foul odor from this person who was violently dragging me away from my home. Suddenly, the grip around me was released and I fell to the ground. I looked behind me to see a man with the black cat on his face. The cat was clawing and hissing at the guy before he threw it to the ground. I was already to my front door by this time. I quickly unlocked it, ran inside, and shouted for my parents. I took a look out the window and saw the man was still there. His face was scratched up and bleeding. He took one last glance at me in the window before he ran off down the street. One of our neighbors that saw what happened had already called the police, who arrived quickly. Thankfully, my neighbor who called the cops recognized my attacker. He was the son of an older woman that lived a couple of blocks away from us along my running route. The next morning, just as the one before, the black cat was back. I was happy to see him because I had been waiting for him just as he had always been waiting for me. This cat had saved me, so I adopted him and named him Angel. And ever since that day, he and I have been almost inseparable. They found and arrested my attacker. Apparently, he had been watching me run from his bedroom window every morning. He knew my route and knew I would be out running alone.